So we're chatting about Oceania today. What are we going to cover?
Well, we'll take a look at how they position themselves in the market. We'll look at where they stand out, and we'll also be talking about a special offer that we have with them running this month.
And that is on Dream Travel Share Unpacked.
If you'd like to receive an email version of today's show, along with our weekly travel opportunities, click on the link below to join our mailing list. We promise to only send you one email a week every Friday. You can unsubscribe at any time, and we won't share your email address with anyone else.
So where does Oceania sit in the cruise market?
Yeah, they've been quite clever in how they position themselves in the market. So as you can imagine that they've got, and it's really right in between the premium and the luxury lines, and they don't really neatly fit into either of those categories. So the premium cruise lines are what we would typically look at would be Princess, Holland America, Celebrity. And the luxury cruise lines are the other, the small ship cruise lines that you and I know. So this is like Regent, Seabourn, Silversea, those guys. And what Oceania has done quite effectively is put themselves right in between these two, meaning that you're going to get some luxury ship amenities. Their ships are not quite as big, or not as big as the premium cruise lines, not as small as those other ones. So it's kind of a Goldilocks spot for many of our clients.
How many ships does Oceania have?
They have, in another month, it'll be 8. And there's like 4 different classes of ships in that group. But for our purposes, they got 4 big ones and 4 little ones. So the 4 little ones are what are called R-class vessels. And people that love those vessels really love those vessels. They're 680 guests. So it's almost, it's a little bit bigger than a river cruise on the ocean. So it is a small ship experience. The bigger ships for Oceania are 1,200 guests. So, and again, there's a couple of different configurations there. Their latest ship, Allura, launches in July. And it's going to be the same as Vista, which was launched. Sue and I were actually on the inaugural voyage of Vista, which was about a year ago. And then Marina and Riviera. And you were on Marina recently.
Yes, I was. It was wonderful, wonderful. So, what are some things that stand out to you with Oceania?
I should probably ask you that because you've been on. But again, their claim to fame is, they really try to differentiate on food. So one of their taglines is "Best cuisine at sea." So that's always highly subjective, of course. But the culinary offering is very interesting there. And we actually posted a video that's on our YouTube channel just about their culinary offering. So where I think their culinary offering differentiates is that, so they have a main dining room like every cruise ship does, but they have, depending on the ship, between 3 and 6 specialty restaurants. And that's kind of cool. Like you were on Marina, so that I think they have 5 specialty restaurants on Marina. How did you find it?
I loved the specialty dining, all of the restaurants. That was my favorite part of the cuisine, is each of these different restaurants. So you've got the Italian, you've got a steakhouse, Japanese. So really just multicultural food. And I preferred that over sort of the buffet experience, but
right.
They're all just out of this world.
Did you have the duck and watermelon salad at Red Ginger?
I had to, because that's what everybody told me, and I'm so glad. And I actually, I'm going to go back on Oceania for that salad alone.
Yeah. So you mentioned buffet, and interestingly, there is at the Terrace Cafe, which it's kind of the Oceania version of a buffet, meaning that it is an elevated experience. So it's not like summer camp food that you see on maybe some of the mega ship lines. It is structured like a buffet. You can go and you are served, from a smorgasbord of options if you like, but they've got some nice food in there as well.
What about their itineraries?
Yeah, they do a good job of, again, we were talking a couple of weeks ago about going to places you've never heard of. And so Oceania does a good job of that. So, if you're going from Rome to Athens, you might end up in a place or two that you've never been before, which is kind of cool. They also do a lot of overnight or extended stays. So it's not, on every one of their cruises, at least one of them, you're going to have an overnight, which is interesting because these ports look a lot different at night than they do if you sail into port at 8 in the morning and you're sailing away at 5 in the afternoon.
Yep, absolutely. So what is our offer?
Yeah, so I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. We're not allowed to put all the details out on social media. But what I can tell you is that we can get you everything that is in the market with them, and we will be able to get you a percentage off that there's a few exclusions, but for the most part, for just about all their inventory, we'll be able to get you a 5% discount on most of those things. So 5% people say, oh, okay. But again, if you're spending even $10,000 on a cruise, that's going to save you $500. So it's worth looking at. And that's these private sales are always sort of interesting. And so we are running this private sale with them for the month of June.
What are we going to talk about next week?
Next week, we're going to be talking about moving beyond mom and pop. So, which of course could mean anything, but Sue and I started this business as a fairly small enterprise. The fact that I'm talking to you right now tells everybody that it's a bit bigger than that now. So we just want to talk about how we're managing that.
Oh, I look forward to it.
All right, we'll see you then.
Okay, bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video blog, it really helps us when you like, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so that we know the best content to produce for you. If you want to book a cruise or packaged land vacation, then we'd love to help you out. We know the products and destinations very well, and we can always get you something not available on direct bookings. Our coordinates are in the notes below. Also, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, you get one email a week every Friday with some commentary and some different deals that we're seeing in the marketplace. We don't share your information with anyone else, and if you decide it's not for you, then we're sorry to see you go, but there's an unsubscribe button at the bottom of every email. See you next time.